And then principle 4 says we can actually walk that back if principle 2 is working really well. If we have our good system in place where all the people who need to know can be informed, then we can walk back the thing about releasing confidential information, and we can just be like, nope, you go back to silence, So that's the overall proposal.
So that seems like a pretty reasonable set of requests to me. But there is this thing that I'm struggling with, Daniel, which is that, you were mentioning earlier that the board didn't share a lot of details back when it fired Sam, and this wind up sort of coming back to bite people who are really concerned about safety issues, because it sort of felt like there was no supporting evidence, right, to back up some of the claims that were being made. And as I'm hearing your story, the only thing that I have to go on is that Microsoft tested a thing, without running it by a board. So my question is essentially like, what should I make of this? Like, why should I essentially believe that things are as dangerous as you're leading me to believe, when no one involved is willing to really tell me anything of much substance?
Yeah, good question. I think in my case, I'm not trying to call out OpenAI in particular. I do have my disagreements with the company, my criticisms, but honestly, I think that probably if I went to these other companies, I would feel pretty similarly. Yeah, so I don't want to be like specifically saying OpenAI is really bad and that's why we need these policies. Instead, I want to say this policy would be good, and I can justify this without giving specific details, without violating confidentiality. Even the stuff that's already public, I think, is enough evidence to justify this policy.
Yeah. Don't you feel like you'd build more momentum, though, if at least someone somewhere was willing to say, hey, it turns out that OpenAI has GPT-6, like, sitting over there in a vat, or, whatever it is that's going to raise our hackles. Like, I'm just curious how you think you can advance this movement when it seems like we're just sort of like stuck at this very high level of abstraction.
I mean, OpenAI doesn't have GPT-6 in a vat.
Okay, sweet. Well, breaking news.
God.
I revealed some information there. This is an alternative strategy we could have taken. We could have been like, now is not the time. Wait until it's like right on the brink of catastrophe with terrible things right about to happen, and then blow the whistle and stuff like that.